Testing 1, 2. Can everyone hear me? What's this anyway? Retouch on. What's that button do over there then? Oh, that's mad. It takes. Right, I hope everyone can see and hear me. We're going live again because we had quite a few requests earlier by regular people that is joining in on my live videos. I'd like to take this time just to thank everyone that's actually been jumping on my lives. You're making this channel possible, and I much appreciate all the feedback and all the new subscriptions we've received over the last couple of days. Now, if anyone's new to this live today, I'd like to ask you if you can just subscribe to the channel, comment, like and share. That would be absolutely awesome. Obviously at the moment we got no one jumping on yet. We have had quite a few requests to do this live this afternoon. If anyone's just jumped on, if you can just comment just to say that you're here. How are you, Sam? Nice to see you again. We're just waiting for a few others to join now and then we'll make a start because obviously, as you know, we've had quite a few people requesting this live this afternoon. So I've decided to crack on and do it. I think what I'm thinking of doing, Sam, is I'm going to start doing these now every Sunday, maybe 2 o'clock. And we'll do a live every Sunday so everyone can join in then, because I've already had a couple of regulars on you, as you, one of them, yourself. Anyway, how are you, Sam? All good, I hope? Is Sunday dinner down now? So yeah, I've set up. Obviously, I jumped off for half hour. As you know, I've got to get everything organised. I've got the planer out. It might be a bit noisy. Doing well just in the workshop. Well, that's what we do, see, Sam? It's nice to keep yourself busy, see, because since I've been off over this Christmas holidays, I'm not going to lie, I haven't been able to sleep. So I said to the missus, I got to start going out there and I got to start doing some stuff because I want to tire myself out so I can get a good night's kip, man. It's an absolute nightmare. So I've decided to do these boards for everyone and get stuck in there, see? How is everyone anyway? If we just chuck a comment on there just to say who's here on the live, because we are waiting for a few people. I received a few comments while I was having a cup of tea saying that they're waiting around ready for me to go live. So we're just waiting for everyone to comment and jump in. Anyway, as we're waiting, I will show you the boards that we made yesterday on yesterday's live. And I've got one by here. We done this chevron. You'll remember this one, Sam. As you can see, we got some slightly different colours going on in the middle there. I don't know what it's going to turn out like. We obviously said we had a few issues, and next time when I obviously make these boards, I'm going to make sure that I've got the right timber, well, the right colour. Because as you can see on this board, we've got a light one there, we've got an oak there, we've got a light one there, but it gets a little bit darker in this middle by here. I'm not happy with that, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm here to learn. These are all new to me. These are all practice pieces, as we all know. Nice of you for everyone to join in on this live. So yeah, like I said, this is a practice piece. We're going to go ahead with this piece today now on this live video. We're going to get it all cut up and we're going to go with a square design that we started yesterday. Now we come up with a few ideas and we were shuffling them all about on the live, wasn't we? Trying to get it. Sam was here. He's already on the chat by here. And we were deciding which order to place them, and we come up with a nice order. How are you, Jevan? Hi, I'm sure you were here yesterday as well. Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone joining in on this live. It was absolutely awesome. So yeah, this is the board we're going to be working on today. We're going to have a go. I'm going to send it through the planer as well, and I'm going to go through the first piece that we made yesterday. If you remember right, we done a little glue up at the end of yesterday's live shows. Yes, I'm good as well. So, this is the piece we started off yesterday. I don't know if everyone remembers this piece. We done a little glue up at the end of the day, and this is what we left with. You can see all the glue was left on there. Maybe I should have taken the clamps off towards the end of the day, and I maybe should have cleaned this a little bit up. But this doesn't matter, because we're going to send this through the planer. So obviously, the setup we done on this, what is this about? Right, I will tell you. This is all about, this is where it's awkward, see, when everyone don't jump in straight away on the live. We are making boards. This is a chevron design. Obviously, if you check out some of my other live videos that I've done, you can see some of the boards that we started making. So anyway, we're going to jump back over here. Football Legend 99. I'm your biggest fan. Shout out. I will, Football Legend. Thank you for mentioning it. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, jump on the channel. There's plenty of content on there for you. So yeah, yesterday we made this piece, didn't we? Simple construction. Thin strips of wood, oak, ash in sequence right away through. We've slightly angled them at a 45 degree because when we send it through the saws and cut at a 45, we're going to have scrap. So that will be lost then. That's all your money in the bin, and that's what happens. And when we come to the end of the board, obviously, as you can see, these are different lengths. All of this piece here, that will turn into scrap as well. So that's what we don't want to lose. See, like I've mentioned yesterday, obviously when making a piece, we don't want to have the scrap, because obviously the scrap is your money and you don't want to be throwing it away or putting it in a fire and burning it. Is everyone on here now? Nice to see you all anyway. Thanks for joining. Thanks for liking. Right, so the first thing we're going to be doing today, like I said, we are just going to plane this board, all right? That is phase number 1 of the job. We'll get this board planed on the top. I'll take a thin skim off. And once I get one side flat, we're going to put it down the other side. And we're going to run it through the planer on the flat side. And that will create a nice, flat, even piece of timber to work from then. And then that piece of timber can be cut up lovely. It looks like we've got a few people jumping off. So I'm waiting for some others to join us as well. We are waiting. So whilst we're waiting, we'll just talk a little bit more and go through a couple of things that we're going to do today. So, once we have cut this at a 45 degree, thank you for the subscription free. That is absolutely awesome. Once we've cut this piece at a 45 degree, we are left with these strips, right? Let me grab another strip just to show you. So we'll get 2 of them. And this is how we construct our board with a chevron design. We have 2 of these, and we then glue these pieces together. Obviously, when running through the saws, you get a bit of blowout on one side. Now, that can be sanded off. It can be planed. We can do whatever we want. We don't mind that. That can be cleaned up. So, obviously, we do this in the same pattern. I've just spun it to the right way now. And as you can see, we got oak, ash, oak, ash, oak, ash. And this pattern will repeat right away through the workpiece, and then we can turn this into a beautiful board that can be used for anything. All right, so there's the 2 pieces. That's the plan today. We're obviously going to cut this and end up with this, and then this can be glued up with the glue that we use. I'm using a Gorilla Glue today. I do like to use the Titebond as well, which is great. And then once we've got to this, we will glue it together and we end up with this. All right, and when we get to this stage, then I will just show you the final piece that we ended up with yesterday. Where to is that? Well, there we go. We need to unclamp this now. So I'll just get this unclamped quickly. All right. And once this is unclamped, then we can go ahead and we can start this live off then. Right. So a little bit awkward on camera, isn't it? Let me put these aside. Right. So this is phase number 3. That's what we're going to end up with today. I know we got slight colour variations in the timber, but I'm going to get the right timber. I've already ordered oak, and in the next couple of weeks we will make a board that's going to look perfect, and that's the plan. We're going to work on these pieces. We're going to work our way to a perfect board. Like I've said in my previous videos, I'm new to all this. This is my first attempt. I know it's not perfect. I do know this. But let's just hope we can get something perfect out there at the end. Hi, Clucker, you're back. Thank you for subscribing, Catelyn. That is absolutely awesome. Much appreciated. So yeah, this is what we're going to get to by the end of the day. So we've gone through the phases, as we know. We start off with this piece, which we glued up. Right, there's phase number 1. Then phase number 2, we cut at a 45-degree angle, and we end up with these pieces, which will give us a chevron pattern. Once we've got the chevron pattern glued up, which is in my hand by here, once we finish the chevron style, and then we get our saws and we cut directly across grain through this way, and when we spin them all around, we end up with our final design of squares, which I do like. It is different, but I am a fan of these as well. So both boards do it for me. Both boards look beautiful, I reckon. But obviously, once I get the right timber, then we can go ahead and make sure it all looks great. Right, anyway, enough of me chatting. I'm going to start the tools up now. It is going to get a bit noisy, so I hope you can turn your volume down a bit, because once I start this planer up, it is a very noisy machine, just so you know. I don't know what the sound's like coming through to you. I haven't bothered setting microphones up in here, because if we got the microphones running, it might actually, you know what I mean, it's going to be really loud. Right, so I've done a lot of chatting now. I'm going to fire up and I'm going to go for it. All right, so let me just jump over here a sec. So we'll just move these aside now. I'm in no rush today. I was in a rush yesterday on the live, and rushing is no good. I've got to put your defenders in. What do I normally make? I'll tell you now, Sam. I make a lot of stuff, to be honest with you, mate. A business I do run, I do kitchens and bathrooms, all right? So obviously there's a lot of carpentry involved as well with kitchens. So with kitchens, I do a lot of built-in wardrobes, custom built units and everything. If you check out my YouTube channel, you'll see quite a few of the jobs I've done for customers on there. So be free to check them out. Obviously, it's all Festool used on a lot of these jobs. Yeah, so basically we do a lot of construction out of MDF. We make the shaker doors, we make the cabinets, and then obviously I paint them as well. I hand paint them, and yeah, it's a very busy business. I can't take on everyone. I can't take on half the people who phone me. So yeah, things are good, but maybe expansion one day, but I'm not bothered. All I want is a YouTube channel and a business that works, and that is it. So yeah, everything's great. So what we're going to do now, all right, like I said, is we're going to plane this. So the first phase I'm going to do is just set the planer, get him down to the right depth. At the moment now, this work piece that we've got by other piece we're going to plane, it's a bit rough. I'll try and show you on the photos. See all the timbers stepping and everything? It's not perfect there. See all that? So we need to get rid of all of this. See, we only want to take a couple of skims off just to get him flat enough, just so I can send it through the subscriber. What am I going on about? I'm reading the comments as I'm talking. Right. Anyway, let's just get this planer set up and we're free to go then. I don't know if any of you have used one of these planers before. There's a tiny little, at the front of the planer, but yeah, there's a tiny, it's like a little nail it is. Once your timber touches this, you know you're taking off some material then. So you just want to bring it down, just as you see it move. And once you see it move slightly, you know you're taking material off then. Whoop. Don't go wild, I just want to take a little skim off the start. Right, I'm going to get my ear defenders in and then we're ready to go then. It looks like the comments, or I don't know, it's all frozen or something. Is everything all right your end on there? Anyway, here goes, it's going to be loud. sakes, why didn't my dust extractor fire up? There we go, she's working. Now we can start. Right, so we're just going to plane this quickly and then we'll jump on to the next phase then. So that's what, let me turn my dust extractor off. So that's what we're looking like now. I'll probably do another couple of planes, as you can see that. It's a lovely finish on this plane of mine. It is great. Let me just try and get a side on view. So that's what we are looking like right now. So we got this side planed. I'm just going to spin the workpiece around and plane this because I can just see a step in that timber by there. So we'll get rid of that now. So it's going to be noisy again, just so you know. And once we get rid of that, we can set the saws up then and start cutting the 45-degree angles in the timber. Here we go. Right, so there we go. We've planed that piece now. We've done a couple of passes. Now, if I was planing multiple pieces at the same time, let's just say I got 6 of these made up, or 8, or whatever you want to say, right? I'd pass each piece through. So I'd move my plane down, I'd pass the one piece through, then the second piece, then the third, and so on. And I'll keep working my way through all the pieces. So when you end up right at the end, all your 6 or 8 pieces, or however many pieces you got, all end up the exact same thickness. And that's all you're doing, keeping an eye on things. Right, so anyway, we've planed this piece now. On this piece, we've got to cut 45-degree angles. So we're going to cut the 45s on here, and then we'll be able to make ourselves a little board then, obviously in chevron pattern to start. So, who wants me to cut that piece down on the saw, or who wants me to carry on with this piece that we've got here, because I don't mind what we're doing today. I think I've had a few comments saying do this, do that. So who would want me to carry on with what, just so we know. You're back, are you, Catlin? Great. Nice to see you again. So it's nice to see everyone jumping back on ya. I think I'm going to do a risky move now, all right? And I think I'm going to send this through the plane and see what we come up with, is it? I'm not 100% because we got grain going in different directions. The planer might chip this out. If it does chip this out, we're not going to worry because we're going to spin him around and we got another edge to use. And then I will sand it and make it look nice and pretty. So let's just send this through the planer now. And we're going to see how it turns out, all right? So I'm going the wrong way. Nothing seems to work when you're on camera. We only want to take a little bit out. All right, so I'm just going to move it back up and bring him down a quarter turn. Right, so let's get ready now. We're going to send this one through the plane. This is the piece that we made yesterday, and we're going to see how it turns out after going through the planer. Ready? have it. That looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that shining in the light. Thumbs up, give it a like if you like it. I'm a fan of it. I think that looks absolutely stunning. Look at that. I think we need to get another live on the go, and we need to get this all oiled up today. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, getting this oiled up? But look at that shining in the light. That is absolutely stunning. I'm a fan of that. I know it's not perfect, like we said. We got some different colours going on with the timbers in here, but I think I like it. I'm a fan of that. I was a bit worried and a bit dubious how it was going to turn out, but that's turned out beautiful. Look at that. You have two Vuo. Catlin, write that again, please. I don't quite get what you're on about there. So we just sent this piece through the planer now, and I think we'll crack on and start making our second piece to this, and then hopefully we'll see what they look like, and we might be able to join them together. If I can pick a section out of the other one that's got the same colour as this, maybe we can join it together. Yeah, I know, the viewers are a bit low, Catlin, today. We had quite a few on you yesterday. I was on live about 45 minutes ago, and there was quite a few people on there, and they all asked me to go live, and they asked me to start making these boards this afternoon. So I've rushed around, I've had a cup of tea, I've just set up, and I've come on ya, and not everyone seems to be on ya again, like earlier. So I think I'm just talking to myself, to be honest with you, but I'm just hoping that the viewers are going to pop back on ya, and then we can crack on with this job then. Nice to see you anyway, Catlin. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you can. So anyway, those of you who have just joined in, we've sent this through the planer. I was a bit worried about sending this piece through the planer because obviously we got grain going in different directions. Now obviously, yes, I know it picked back up to 5, but they've gone. Maybe there's a problem with the feed this time round, I'm thinking, because yesterday's feed was absolutely great. So yeah, this is where we're at with this one. I think what we'll do now is I'll move the planer out of the way. I know, back down to 1. It's up and down. This live today. It's not doing too grand, is it? So, I think I'll move this planer out of the way as we're waiting for people to jump on here and join us. And then we'll start the saw up then and get cut in. And then we can do a nice little glue up then and go from there, yeah? So we sent this piece through. In fact, I'm going to plane down the chevron board that we made yesterday, and we'll get the chevron board planed up as well, and then we can go from there then. So this is the chevron board. For those of you who's just joined, we're going to send this through the planer now, and we're going to get this nice and flat, ready to send through the saws. Yes, Catlin, I can see that the viewers are dropping off this. Maybe they're not interested in it today. So we're going to send this through the planer now, and we're going to see what the outcome of this piece looks like. You ready? You know what? I don't think I turned my dust extraction on. I know, Catlin, the viewers are jumping up and down today. We don't know why. So anyway, we've just planed this piece, which is looking fabulous on camera there. And there's the back side. So now we got this piece nice and flat. This is where we do the next phase of the job then. So we're going to cut this then at a 45-degree angle. No, we're not. We're cutting this one straight. I'm doing too many things at once now. I'm doing 3 boards at the same time here. So we will cut this then. This is straight cut in this one. And once this is straight cut, it can be all glued together. And we'll end up with this piece here. Which is everyone's favourite? Can you tell me what your favourite is? Do we like the chevron or do we like the squares? Write in the comments, please, or just hit the like button. Yes, Catlin, I know we're down to 2. Well, we're back on 4 now. We're not peaking very well today, but we're going to carry on with the video. All right, maybe people are having their Sunday dinner a bit late today. It is the end of the Christmas holidays. Maybe people are back in work. Right, so we're playing these now. So we're going to move on to the next phase of the job, and that's sending them through the saws. Obviously, if you bear with me, I just need to move this out of the way. I just need to disconnect the dust extractor. The saw's pretty much set up, and then we'll go ahead then, cut them, and we're going to do a glue up live on here again, and we will see what that piece turns out. Now, I don't know if some of you are coming back tomorrow. I might have a little see and probably do a few live videos all this week as well, so we'll jump back on them. So anyway, I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm just going to move this planer to the side. All right. Right, that can go over there. And we can just move the saw over and we can get you in focus with the saw then. There we go. Can you see me tidy by there? Yes, great. We move the saw over now. It's a little bit awkward. And do you know what? I didn't put my rail on here. We're going to do this at the same width as what we had yesterday. So everything will be the same. So if you just bear with me and just setting the saw up, I can see people jumping off already. Once we're set, we're going to go for it then. Bit sad really. I had a lot of people nagging for me to do the live. I've started the live and they haven't come on yet, sadly. So we won't be rushing to do lives next time. We'll take our time and we'll do it when we're ready. Can everyone see me? Right, lovely. Right. So that is that. I just need to set up my slider. All right. I've got to set the slider up on the saw. I don't know what sort of room I've got now. I might be sliding out in the other direction. Yes, we are. We're going to have to angle this because we are very tight for space in here. Let me just move this. I forgot to set this up before I went live, so I'm doing it live now. But just bear with me. Anyone who hasn't seen these saws, the Festool slide in, it just clips straight onto the side of the saw. Quick, easy to fit. Obviously, I'll move this back so you can see us. Let me move it back a little bit further because you need to see the saw now for the cutting, don't you? Right. Can you see everything on there all right? Is that a good view of what we're doing in here? Right, anyway, let me get this set up. That's about there. And all these do is just screw on, quick and easy. We then end up with a sliding table on the saw. It's as simple as that. Let me just unscrew this so it's ready to rock and roll. I should have had this set before we jumped on you. Sorry, everyone. There's your slider. That's ready to go. I just need to fit one more piece. So we will pop this on now. Where's the bottom? Just trying to look where she's gone. Oh, she's already ready to go. Right, lovely. That just slides on here like so. And that just tightens off there like so. Nice, quick and easy. Then we move this into the blade to about there. Job done. That's ready for the first cut. I need to get rid of this out of the way now for my first cut. Right, so now you can see. Let me just move this camera so we can see what's going on, because I'm not talking a lot now, so you probably don't know what the hell's going on here. Right, so all the preaching I was doing about the gluing up, and the reason why we angled all of these timbers here, like I said, it's all about offcut. So when we come across to the saw now, and we're actually going to cut this for our first cut, as you can see on the bed here on the saw, we're going to cut this piece off because it becomes a straight cut down here. This bed is angled at 45 degrees now. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get these cut and then we'll go from there then. So let's just crack on. Right, I only plugged the saw in yet, have I? Right, so we're about to start cutting on the saw now. We're just going to do the first pass, making sure we're not losing as much material as we can. We want to try and save as much as we can on here. And now we're ready to go. Right, so there's the first pass for our chevron board. I know I've been preaching all of this, but this is the important process of making these boards. So once we got the first cut to the 45 degrees, we will then pick a depth and we will go ahead and we will cut in sequence all of these pieces out of this board, and then this board can be glued together to make the chevron pattern. So once we got this piece, we will then be left with phase 2 of the job, which is this piece. So I think I'll put this piece up here now, just for anyone joining the live. They can see what we're making, what phase is what phase, and what phase we're on. So I'll just pop that there so they can see, and I'll pop this piece here just to show you what the outcome of that is. So there's the two pieces just to be seen in focus, but there's no one on the bloody live now, so I think I might just end this one. Is anyone there? Bloody freezing out, yeah? No, there's no one on the live, so I think I'll just go ahead and cut anyway to get all this sorted. Right, so let's set the saw. That's what we're working to. That the bloody piece fell off. Right. Right, we're about to cut now. We've actually set up. It's taken a while. I know it's a bit boring. So we're about to cut the 45 degree cut now. So let's just crack on with these while we're on camera. We had a bit of kickback end, didn't we? Right, let's go for it. Right, so we've now cut all the pieces. It's a very tricky cut. RP and P. Sorry, mate, I didn't realise you were on ya. By the way, folks, keep your Festool batteries topped up over the winter. Went to charge mine this morning, and because of the temperature in my workshop, they would not charge until I warmed them up. Yeah, it's freezing in here as well. RP and R makes it. It is very cold in here. Yeah, that's a top tip, that is, for batteries, because I've had a few battery failures in the past, obviously with the cold. Also, the heat. You don't want to leave them in the sun either, because that can be a bit of a nightmare. But the cold's the worst killer on the batteries. We all know this. RP&P. If you can pick up yourself the Festool Energy Set, I know it costs money, but it comes in a polystyrene insert inside the Festool Sustainer, and that will stop your batteries then obviously getting too cold in your workshop. Or make your own out of shadow foam or something like that. Something that will actually insulate the batteries. That's something we should all be thinking of, because we all spend money on these tools and we don't want to go losing them all in one hit, do we? Just in one cold winter. So anyway, back to the video now. We have cut all of these at the 45-degree angle. I will bring the camera in for you, and then we will go ahead and we will do a glue up then on this. Whoop, I'm dropping stuff. We will do a glue up on the chevron board then, and once we've got the glue up done on the chevron, we can go ahead on tomorrow's video and we can cut the two boards together to turn them into the squares. So this is what we are trying to get to. Obviously making this board so it's all squares. Alright, that's what we're trying to get to on this video today. We're not going to be able to glue up a squared one today, mind. Yes, we will. We got the chevron to cut, so we will go ahead and we will get that one cut up today, and then we can do another glue up then on these squares and see what we come up with. Because obviously I'm not happy with a little section on this, because obviously we got the difference in colour in the timber, which I'm not happy about, but it is still a lovely looking board. I'm happy with it. Right, so anyway, I just need to do a quick bit of cleaning up here now, because obviously I want to get my clamp set up and everything. I'll probably just leave the video run for 5 if you don't mind watching me rush around hoovering and God knows what. But I just need to get the planer out of the way, and we'll use this bench then obviously to glue up. It's only be about 5 minutes doing this. You're back in, Catlin. Nice to see you. You didn't miss a lot. All we were doing is cutting the timber just to get all these ready for gluing up in our chevron pattern. Obviously you might have seen that on yesterday's video. Nice to see you back. Obviously we haven't got so many people on this live today. We done the previous live earlier and there was a lot of people on there and a lot of people nagging me to start this live. But hey ho, maybe they'll join in at some point. Let's just crack on with the video and we will just get on with it. Right, so I'm about to clean up quickly now, people. If you just bear with me, I'm just going to get all these pieces ready. And then we've got to do a light bit of sanding. And then we can get ready and we can crack on with a glue up then on this video. So I'm just going to move these out of the way so they're nice and safe. The last thing I want to do is damage these. So I'm going to pop them over here. We're going to move this board over here. And I'm going to pop my chevron over here. Let's just have a look if these ones match. Do you know what? That's a nice match off that one. Slightly different. I'll put that aside. You never know. See what you can use. Right, so I'll just disconnect the saw and trying to think. No, we need to cut this board up, don't we? So I think we'll crack on now and we'll get this board cut up today. And then I can do 2 glue ups later on then. So we'll crack on with that, I think. Right, so let me just get my head together here. I'm going to get a saw. Put a line on there where I want to mark. Ideally, I'd like to cut right through them. They're all in line. Lovely, they are. Right, that's good. But I haven't got a bloody pencil now, have I? And I don't want to stop the video. Right, let's just go ahead and cut then, is it? Risky business. Right, let's just get this set. Right, so we're just chucking this back on here now. And then we can go ahead and we can start cutting then. Again, I know it's a bit of a pain you watching me set up all the time, yeah? But I decided to go live and we're going to have a go of it. Right, move this. Set this to naught. That is lovely. Pop this here. Move this out of the way. And then we can get cutting then. Let's have a look. Are we going there? That's looking about right. So we're going to go ahead and cut this now. I just noticed on this board there's a little wobble in the middle there. But hey, oh, like I said, this is my first attempt on a board, so I think we're going to do well on this. We're going to get something out of it. Right, here goes. So that is that. Chuck Ember there. Oh, there. What size squares have we got? 1, 2, and nearly 3. Yeah, we're there. Let's have a look. That's where. Oh, you bugger. What is going on here? Right, that took long enough. Right, so we've chopped them up now. I know it's a bit boring watching this phase of the video, but I just thought I'd leave it run live for that section. So we've got these cut up now. I just want to move the saw out of the way and I'll bring you in on the camera so everyone's got a good view of what's going on. So you just bear with me just to disconnect this off the saw. Give us a little bit of space in here and then we can see what we're up to then. Right, so let me just get this off, undo that, tighten this up, so this can come out of the way then. That's tightened off. What's going on here? It doesn't want to work when you're on camera, does it? That's loose. That should be loose. Off she comes. Right, so let's pop this over here. Out of the way, disconnect the saw, pop that over here. I'm just going to get rid of this hose quickly and then we can be set up for the next phase then. And I've just chucked that over there out the way. Let's move this saw, let's turn him off. Ideally, see, I shouldn't be running live right now. We should be shutting down and then carrying on with a new live video. But I just thought let's just do it all in one hit, innit? Show what it's really like working in a workshop, in a small shop, trying to move things around. It's an absolute nightmare. Right, so there's that. I'm just going to move my saw out of the way now. And then we got ourselves a nice bit of space to work with then. I do need to clean up slightly in here because I ate a bloody mess. Just move this, move that over to there. I just want to put this planer away quickly. So this is what we've cut. Alright, let's just bring you in a little bit. To by here. Don't know if we could see that. Are we on camera? Yes, I think we're on camera, but there. Right, so this is what we've just cut. We're going to see what they're going to look like. And I'll get a good camera view on this then. So we've got that, as same as yesterday, spin them around. That goes that way, does it? That's one. That's not looking the same, so I'm not happy with that one. Maybe that goes like so. No, so we don't like that one. So we'd pick a different one. Have a look at this one. That one lines up nice. So like yesterday, we got some slightly different colours on the timber. As you can see in the middle here, we got the lighter ash and the darker ash going on. But this is the effect we're going to go with on here. I think it looks quite nice. I'm blowing out cold air. So yeah, that's the effect we're going to go with. Obviously, like I said, when we go making some of these boards now in the next week or so, I'm going to pick timber that's try and colour match as best we can. So, we've had a lot of people jumping off this live today. What we got, see, is a dark ash and a light ash. So all I need to do is find the right colours and see how they line up and what works best. So it looks like we've got a dark ash there. So I don't want that one in just yet. That doesn't look too bad like that. How's that one looking? It's not too bad, is it? So we're just trying to find the right colour match now on this timber. Obviously it is different. We've got light ash, dark ash. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. And we're going to just clean up slightly. Going to make a bit of space now so I can start gluing up and tidy up and hoover in here. Right, just clean this up. We've got to make a space here, otherwise we can't do nothing. Right, I need to move this saw. All right. Right. This sorted. Oh, Christ, I forgot we were still live, Anne. Right. Still live now? Yeah. Right, let's jump off this a sec now.